Alright, can you guys hear me alright? I know it's not Ender. Fox Deuce. Yeah, welcome guys. I am Fox2 with Tier 1 Gaming Live. Trying to introduce Eternal Nemesis versus Regime in game number 5 of Hardcore Battlefield Tournaments 0 Hour, hosted by Tier 1 Gaming Live. And here with me is Deetsy. Vinny Vidi Vici. Such a complicated name, man. I know, but gotta make it easy for everybody.
Go with that.
Gotcha. All right, and we already got guys shuffling in here, getting it all set up for you. Most of EN's in. Need about 5 more EN. So we get Regime in here. And Eternal Nemesis, I haven't seen Eternal Nemesis play in quite a while. I mean, they had a couple of scrims during the off season, but some.
Yeah, we got to play him once in the off season. It was kind of nice. Good game.
Let's see. You know anything about Regime? I mean, I haven't seen them play at all. I don't think.
I was playing with them the other night. They had a server going. We joined in. They got some good players. Kind of excited to see where this match goes. I believe they're from the UK.
UK team, nice. So Ian's going to be German, and team's going to be British whenever they.
Do you maybe want to go through some of the rules for people watching at home?
Well, it's all hardcore based. So I forget what's the damage. I forgot our damage that we're using. I don't know. It's at 200%.
It's 125% damage. Both teams are going to spawn in at the 3-minute mark.
If we can get it.
It's probably the most important rule.
Yeah, it keeps. That's all because of the auto balancing. Load up.
Yeah. And if you're curious about how the scoring works, both teams are playing to 500 tickets, and you pretty much earn the difference in tickets. So if Eternal Nemesis goes 500 and Regime goes 475, Eternal Nemesis earns 25 tickets, and then they swap sides on the map. Regime would have to then get 26 tickets in order to win the map for the round.
Yeah, but due to the auto balancing reasons in Battlefield right now, it's going to be a little bit of time between each round, trying to get everybody back situated on the other team. So it'll like auto balance everybody, feel like how it is right now. It'll swap EN members and Regime members to either side.
Yeah, DICE really needs to fix the auto balance in this game.
Well, just have the ability to turn it off. Really what you want.
Yeah. It took a while to get as many server options as we have right now, so I think everybody's excited just to get the tournament underway.
Should start at the 3-minute mark. Hopefully, I doubt that we'll get everybody in time in 3 minutes. It'll probably just go up to 5 minutes or whatever we can decide on in the future. Try to get everybody shuffled in here. Might have to do adminning there. Get people moved around.
Oh,
You can move them.
I cannot move them. The admin can only boot, kick, and
Up to the.
ban. Kick and ban.
Oh, okay.
That's another setting that they need to add.
Let's see. Regime gonna start piling in here or what?
hope so. We might have to extend the start time.
Yeah. That's always expected, to be honest with you.
This has happened on, I believe, all the matches so far. Still working on it.
Yeah.
It'll
Of course,
come.
if auto balance is off, it'd be all easy.
Or even if they let you start the match when you wanted.
Yeah.
So instead of
Having-
just starting it as soon as players loaded in.
Have it admin controlled like everybody does.
Right. Well, I'm seeing a lot of Veni Vidi Vici out in the YouTube chat. Hi guys, how you doing? Thanks for coming out. Listening to my stupid voice.
I'm gonna throw some tunes on. Try to. Why? Playing? I can't tell if it's playing or not.
What's
The
that?
music. It's not sure.
Oh, I have my laptop on mute. Let me check. Yeah, there it is.
I had to There we go. There's regime coming. I'll do a 7-minute. Alright.
Yeah, I'll let the guys
Yeah.
know.
Looking good. It looks like we should have all EN members, yep. We're just waiting on regime to grab 4 more players. And of course we knew this would happen.
Yep. Looks like we have somebody from regime spawned in.
As long as he doesn't move around, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He starts capping flags. Don't ban him though. Being admin.
Well, if you need anybody taken care of, you let me know.
Tell Ender and team that we're going on 7. Plenty of time to get these guys in. You at?
Yes.
In 7 minutes, and we should be going.
It looks like we have started.
Yep. Got Germans here. Follow Walt Diggity.
It looks like we have a squad bomb at Charlie. Just one guy at Charlie. Squad bomb at Echo.
Trying to get these guys underway.
A little late start for Regime. Hopefully they can come back.
They should be able to come back from that. They're just now piling up. Yep, they're just not spawning in.
There we go.
Can't do the squads like Ender does.
This is actually my first time in spectator mode, so it's
I'll follow
gonna be
Green
kinda
Arrow
fun.
of Regime here. Good kill.
Looks like he got one
On
down.
Foxhound. Goes a last minute grenade. Oh, gets Flaming Torment.
2 in Echo right now.
On
For Torment.
Who head? Echo. Free camp. Ian's in the barn of Echo, and Regime owns the houses adjacent to the flag. It looks like Ian's trying to grab a full 6 cap, 50 to 4. Bit of a rocky start out for Regime, but it looks like they're going to take Echo. Go back over to the tabletop here. Looks like they're going to grab Echo, and they're making a push for Delta as well. We're following Glacio Corey here of Eternal Nemesis. There's a tank on Delta.
Regime looks like they're taking back their spawn flag.
Where with the heals when they get taken out from providing some air cover. And you see here on a bomb and run on Delta. And he gets a good tank kill in, I think it was. Eagle 13 of Eternal Nemesis taking a lot of hits from Regime, which own Delta. Got a couple of guys
getting a good beating over there.
A minute here on Delta here. Like Foxtrot is being taken by Eternal Nemesis, and Echo is going right back to Regime. 105-38. Eternal Nemesis still takes the lead by 66 tickets. But Regime trying to close the gap here. Comes a Rain Man and a Bomber. Trying to Ender just right, following close behind. looks like Regime's gonna keep a hold of Delta. Let me go back over here to the tabletop. Map pretty split pretty well. West side owned by Regime and east side owned by Eternal Nemesis. It looks like Regime over here taking doing a back rage here. Rain Man, AC 130, and JK did. And it looks like they're gonna grab Alpha for Regime, which will give Regime the majority of the flag captures, and start bleeding off Eternal Nemesis tickets. Well, you gain tickets in this game tab. I'm used to Battlefield 4.
And Regime just had somebody drop in on Bravo.
Yep, looks like they're taking Bravo. Staying flexible. Very good tactics by Regime. Over here following Foxhound.
They're moving around the map.
Little first-person action here.
We have taken objective Edward.
Echo is going to go into Eternal Nemesis control. Bravo gets neutralized. 148 to 80.
Lost objective Butter.
Still a 60.
Few Eternal Nemesis.
About a 70 ticket lead.
Moving back to Bravo.
Okay, let's go. Eagle 13, who's driving the tank.
Eagle's actually the one that got me into this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, first time I heard about Tier 1. Thank you very much, Eagle.
Got a spotlight on that thing? It's the first time I've ever seen that. The little spotlight popped out of the tank. I've never seen that. First time.
Yeah, it has a little flashlight.
And it looks like a little nice cover there by one of the gunners and Eagle right there. Felicio Corey getting surrounded here, and he gets taken out by Dozer Boy. Lots of Regime on Bravo. Rotten Dog. Oh, gets smushed by Eagle. Not looking too good. Got a good squad spawn in. It looks like Homicidal and Pilot Paul on the backside of Bravo here.
Little 6-on-5 versus the tank.
Yep. If he can get those guys out repping, that's what they need. Not looking too good for that tank. Felicio needs to turn around and get some kills in. Oh, Eagle. Getting mushing MFQ there. Not MFQ. Yeah, MFQ PG. But it's gonna be a pretty good fight for Echo here. I can just get about all that.
We have taken objective Charlie.
I have to give you and Ender a lot of credit. Moving around in spectator mode is actually a little difficult, more difficult than I thought.
Let's see, 204 to 147, still a 60 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Looking at Dozer Boy here on Bravo, first person mode. Gets a nice kill on Homicidal. Bringing it back. Getting a quick reload in. Looking for a revive, I'm guessing. Trying to save those tickets, very smart play.
Looks like we have a large group Regime on Echo, and a big push coming into Bravo from
Like all of them
Nemesis.
Regimes on Echo. Let's look at Reaper. Little first person action going into Echo. Gets a drop by a sniper out in the boonies. Bane of my existence right now on Battlefield 1 are just exorbitant amount of scouts. Not only just on the enemy team, but on the friendly team that doesn't flag cap flags. Okay, let's look at Bubba King here. Looks like
Shock trooper, watch it!
he's doing some sniping. Going by Bubba. Coming up. Like Bravo and Charlie may go to Eternal Nemesis. Going to follow the Phoenix here, first person on Charlie.
there's going to be a little battle on Delta.
Yeah, so far I haven't been having the curse that I've been having. It seems like every time I follow somebody, first person, I die immediately.
Halfway there, the enemy has the upper
So.
hand.
I tend to like the free cam view the best.
I do like the free cam, but sometimes I like following the action. It looks like Phoenix just firing all over the place and gets dropped by crew. Gonna follow Eagle again over here in a big tank battle over here. Looks like Delta.
453.
That guy got PG over here doing reps. Rep back up. Nice kill by Eagle there.
Eagle.
Infantry pouring out of it. And it looks like Eagle or PG gets run over by Eagle again. He's all by himself. He is surrounded and he gets dropped. Takes two of them with him though. He moving back over to tabletop. It looks like you got one guy. Will let me over. Dropped. A 287, 330. Still a 60 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Just barely keeping up. Regime doing an excellent job keeping the gap close on this first round. Let's see. Like Eternal Nemesis trying to grab a full cap over Regime. Try to spread those tickets out a little bit more. On Fox Sound real quick. Right behind that short wall.
The enemy is overrun.
Right there. See if he can get it in there. Up over. Go back over the tabletop. Looks like it's still a three-way capture. Looks like it's a big fight for Delta. Like Maddie find cover on the one side of Delta while Ian pushes on the other side, making a nice kill box. Like Delta's gonna get neutralized. Bunch of Regime just spawned in. Ender needs to jump out in that field and start laying waste to guys out in the open. Looks like it was like UC. They're in the other plane. Boom, there goes Ender. Start taking guys out. Oh, nice. Gets a 4 cap on Regime. Start bleeding off those tickets again. It looks like the Eternal Nemesis now with a 100 ticket lead. Doing a lot better here towards the end of the round. Looks like a King Kamea wave of a Regime on Charlie.
Give us some ammo,
Those tickets tend to build up quite quick towards the end of the match.
Yeah, it's a combination of guys trying to spawn in and them not letting each other spawn like get revives in, such.
We have lost
Yeah.
Looks like Charlie will go to Regime here. Got Crew, Crazy Girl, and Homicidal. Which, incidentally, Homicidal and Crazy Girl play. They are both married. They're married to each other, and they all play together.
I did not know that.
Bunch of dudes in that building. Homicidal trying to pick them off. Looks like
5-on-2.
somebody coming in a tank. Looks like Maddie coming in back up for Crew and Homicidal.
And Maddie's pretty deadly in that light tank.
He is. I very few times where I can trap him and get ability to jump on him. If you get even if you get the jump on him, he can still bring it around, especially if he's got good teammates with him.
Yeah, I've lost quite a few battles versus him. Trying to lay AT rockets in.
Eternal Nemesis still with a 100 ticket lead, bringing it up to 120 ticket lead. Gonna keep spreading it apart. hopefully giving it to, I mean, of course I'm going to root for my own team.
Well, in that case, I will root for Regime.
For Regime. And it looks like they get Charlie neutralized. I'm going to go back over here to the tabletop. Looks like Delta's getting taken by Regime. Foxtrot's getting taken by Regime. Charlie's definitely going to go to Regime here. Follow Rotten Dog here of Eternal Nemesis. Looking to make a push on Delta. Leaves himself out in the open. No, no.
Take the medical pouch.
Like Rotten Dog driving some ibuprofens.
We are winning.
Jump in on that flag so I can start getting neutralized. There they go. Looks like Delta will go towards Eternal Nemesis control. Going back over the
We have taken
tabletop.
objective
And
Edward.
looks like Eternal Nemesis making a push on Charlie. There's a lone guy here on that one guy? Yeah, Inseeker all out here all by herself on Foxtrot. If they can, they're all looking for her too. She's just laying down there. Nobody's noticing.
See what she can
Yep.
do. Very still.
I'm watching. Just being.
Oh wow,
Shepard
Shepard
just
moved
walked
right
by
past
her.
her.
But we'll keep an eye on her
incredible.
for a little bit. There's about, I don't know, about 7 dudes next to her. It looks like she might get caught on fire here.
Nope. I believe that fire is stuck inside the building.
Ah. Well, that was nice. Let's go back over to free cam, and it looks like Eternal Nemesis goes on top on that one. It'll be 500 to 353. That's 150 tickets.
147.
All right.
Eternal Nemesis will be starting on the British side this time around.
We'll do it. And we'll get the team switched to going into the next round. That was a pretty shaky start there for Regime, but they tried to bring it back there for a little bit, but then Eternal Nemesis kind of started getting a little bit more flexible and a little bit more alert of to where they don't have guys or where guys are and such like that. So it's always very important to stay flexible in these hardcore matches, because you're not going to be able to you don't have mini maps, and you don't have ability to use flares or anything like that to spot. And plus, there's no spawn beacons, not like there was in Battlefield 4. And we're going to be a little bit here because of restraints by due to auto balancing. See, if you look at the auto balance, all the teams are all mismatched. So should be Regime on German side, Eternal Nemesis on the British. 150 ticket lead is going to be difficult for Regime to come back from. Not saying that it hasn't been done. As long as I don't move around, it's fine. Start capping flags. But it should be easily done. Oh wow, that was quick. We want to go. Yeah, start. We're gonna start on 3 minutes. Oh, looks like. Oh, you already did it. Never mind. Well, that was quick. Surprisingly.
Yeah, the 500 tickets keep the game moving quite nicely.
Well, it's nice when everybody knows what's going on and what they need to do, so they get everything situated.
Looks like we have quite a few guys from RGME spawning in.
As long as they don't,
Nobody's
as long as they
moving,
don't move
which is good.
around.
Uh-oh.
As long as if they don't leave their spawn, they're fine.
Yeah, I'm actually not positive on what the ruling there is for that.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. We like to have everybody spawn in at the same time.
Yeah, it would be nice if
We'll keep an eye on it.
happen.
Only looks like a handful of
Yeah.
guys.
Nobody's moving at least, so
5 guys. But it's starting on 3 minutes, so you think Regime's going to bring this one back as far as the ability to come back from 150 ticket, well, 148 ticket, however much it.
I believe it's 147, and that's a tough comeback, but I do like a good underdog story. So.
But they have to win by that tick. Like they have to have at least 147 tickets.
Yeah, they have to
tie it.
I believe they need to tie it. They'd need 148 to win it.
So that means
It's gonna be very difficult.
so we're taking the tickets that each team had won in the previous round, and we apply that to the overall score. So it's basically best out of 1,000. So you get 500 tickets on the first round and 500 tickets on the second round, and then we switch sides. And it looks like we're starting off here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to follow Ender. He's immediately tearing somebody up in the plane. Following UC. Do a director view. Oh, that looks so nice.
A couple nice squad bombs from Eternal Nemesis, Charlie, and Bravo.
Charlie Bravo looks like Charlie's gonna go to Eternal Nemesis. Keep forgetting on who's who here. Oh, looks like there's a dogfight ensuing on in the air. Going to the tabletop here. Looks like Eternal Nemesis is gonna grab a 4 cap. Looks like a barrage of a regime coming down from Alpha. Gonna follow offensive Brat here. See how this plays out. Be fun. Ha! Got denied. Reaper getting a good amount of kills in. Follow JPP.
Got like Clark Kent and Heavy.
Ooh, nice double kill by EJ Min, and looks like somebody gets spawned in on. Ooh, nice kill by Reaper there. Looks like the tank is getting pounded on Bravo by UC, I believe.
Walt Diggity.
Nice.
Taking it down with 8Z rockets.
Coming back around. We're going back over the tabletop here. And looks like there's a push from Regime from Charlie, making a push for Delta, as well as towards Echo. I'm not really sure what's going on over there. Got by me. I can't move. Follow TX Bandit here. Gonna cap on Echo. Looks like Delta's gonna go to Regime. 38 to 70. Eternal Nemesis leads by 30 tickets so far.
We have taken objective Duff.
Jim doing a pretty good job here of Bravo. Looks like EN defending Bravo pretty heavily. They try to make their way down to Delta. Karate gets cut down. And the only guy on Delta for Eternal Nemesis is Felicio Corey. Plateau Corey, but I like to make fun of him.
I was playing with him the other night. He's a nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
I think if Regime works on their starts a little bit, they're going to be very good competition.
Regime takes Echo. Looks like they're going to try to take Foxtrot. Oh. Got one guy on Foxtrot in the bushes. Oh, nice hidey hole. That is a good spot. Here comes Maddie. I'm sure he knows exactly. Like, always seems like he's like, I'm going to start blowing the place up. See if I can get any hits. Yep, see, here he goes.
Little battle, looks like on Bravo.
Battle for Bravo. A battle for Delta. Go for Ronald McDonald, from Regime here. Full first person action help. Had a view on Sex Fender, but doesn't get a shot in. He was too busy reloading. That's cool. I don't know. Battle for Bravo is over, and looks like Regime grabs Bravo. Like Regime's gonna grab Foxtrot as well. I'm gonna go ahead and follow Shermward over here on Bravo.
We have taken objective Edward.
Not gonna be not doing sitting too well. Doing the old Battlefield 1942 trick of arm yourself with anti-tank stuff and then reload with set anti-tank stuff. Ooh, nice kill by Shermlord.
I will be right
All
back.
We have lost objective Edward.
Like Bravo's definitely gonna go into Eternal Nemesis control, following Big Papa Sean and the mobile artillery here. In between Bravo and Delta, rolling in onto Delta, looking to take the flag. If he doesn't watch out, he's gonna get bombed by a couple of guys on the plane, and he's already getting dropped by somebody. By Torment of Eternal Nemesis. Oh! Like a Regime crashes their plane into a tree just behind Delta. Oh, and he turned Ian Ender.
We are losing objective Duff.
The one that normally does the broadcast, but he wanted to be playing instead. I was like, I'll take over for you. Not a big deal. Like Ian making a push for Alpha. And head next to each other, but ooh, nice kill by Pilot Paul.
Alright, sorry about that.
Like Alpha is getting taken by a handful of Eternal Nemesis. Go back over here to the tabletop. Looks like the entire Regime team is either on Delta or Charlie. Following Crazy Girl from Eternal Nemesis here. Really needs to stay put in order for teammates to spawn in on her.
We have taken objective Apples.
He gets dropped. Going back over the tabletop, looks like Eternal Nemesis looking to grab Delta again. On Karate on top of Delta. Like Delta will stay in Eternal Nemesis' control once these guys just spawn in on the outside of Delta.
They're gonna need a little bit more backup if they want to take Delta.
Yeah, it looks like Levister of Warp is trying to get in. Ooh, nice kill by Rotten Dog.
He goes down.
It looks like
If anybody's wondering at home, Warp is subbing for any team that might have a few players
it
missing.
looks like Eternal Nemesis with a 70 ticket lead, doing pretty good so far. It looks like they only need 100 more tickets in order to ensure victory in this one. Team looking to do a push on Bravo here. Oh, offensive Brat looking to go around. He gets dropped by Torment.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Going back over the tabletop here, following Rain Man, making a push on Charlie. Like only a handful of EN is on there, so they're gonna collect some guys here and do a big push. Made spam central. And it looks like they get a good push in on Charlie there, and that's gonna go into their control. Well, got Homicidal and Crazy Girl on Charlie right now. Like another push for Charlie there, and
We
Bravo.
have taken objective Freddy.
On top of Bravo here. Like a nice good push from Regime, a 4-man push. Foxhound not aware of enemies on the flag, and he gets dropped. Like Bravo gonna go into Regime. Sherm Ward and Felicio. Wall Diggity making a 3-way push from the from Delta side. And it looks like there's too strong of a push by Regime. I don't see any way of them grabbing it, and it looks like a big squad spawn by Eternal Nemesis.
Nice battle going on at Bravo.
Yeah, lots of a lot of guys. And it looks like here comes Ender. Coming in, let's see, Eternal Nemesis trying to shift and flank him. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Two intermixed, looks like a white Jeep coming in. Regime trying to grab a 4 cap, 267, 345, and it looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to win this one. Because that's the amount of tickets that they needed right there. It looks like Eternal Nemesis will walk away in the first map and move on to Empire's Edge. And I don't remember whose map choices were what. I'm pretty sure San Quentin was Ian's choice, and
That is correct.
Empire's Edge is Regime's. So obviously, Ian showing off their ability to use vehicles and strategize with vehicles. Empire's Edge, that's the Italy map, isn't it?
I believe one side is Italy on Empire's
Well,
Edge.
yeah, it's
Monte Grappa is also.
so they're all vehicle-based maps.
Italian map.
I'm gonna follow Green Arrow here
We have
and
taken
a fighter
objective Butter.
on UC right now.
I'm actually really hoping that it goes to a third map. I really want to see how both teams prepared for Monte Grappa.
Yeah, it always seems like nobody prepares for the third map, right? Looks like Green Arrow has lost UC. Back around.
We have taken objective Edward.
And coming back around, let's look at the tabletop here. Looks like a 4 cap by Regime here. Keeping those tickets close. Doing a lot better job this round, I think, of keeping those tickets close. They didn't have as a rocky of a start.
Yeah, that first minute tends to be the most important.
By far. Like a Regime trying to take Delta. They're all up inside the Delta building. Like Eternal Nemesis all over Delta like a fat kid on cake. Eagle here is in the tank on Echo, looking to grab an Echo cap. Gets it neutralized. 356 to 420. Still a 70 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Eternal Nemesis keeping that ticket lead pretty steady throughout the whole match, even in the first round.
Looks like there might be some action over at Bravo.
He is gonna go back into Regime's control. Looking at 6 offender here on Bravo. Nobody notices the guy that just walked in right behind him, and nobody's finding him. Oh, I keep forgetting that they're red.
We have taken objective
Oh,
Freddy.
I see the green tags because they're squad, and then I see the red thinking those are the enemy. See a 50 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Regime really bringing that gap in closer, doing an excellent job of trying to keep those tickets capped. And it looks like the entire Regime team is on Delta, while they leave Echo wide open for it to be taken by
We have
PG,
lost objective
all
Duff.
by his lonesome.
Get out there, man!
Gonna follow Big Papa Sean here. Much closer game this round. Team doing a good job.
We have taken objective Duff.
So keeping that 60 ticket lead. Regime trying to bring it in a little bit closer, but it's already too late. The combined ticket score is already be way over what our Eternal Nemesis are. It's way closer to 1,000.
Yeah, it was a big ticket lead comeback time.
Boom, Eagle dropping one guy and smushing his body just in case. And that's it. And that'll be Eternal Nemesis with the win on map number 1, round number 2. 428 to 500. Eternal Nemesis doing an excellent job of keeping those tickets. So it'll be 2800.
And we're moving on to Empire's Edge.
Moving into the second round here of Eternal Nemesis versus the Regime. And curious to see how they do on their map pick here.
Hopefully they can get a little bit better start and see what happens.
What was the combined score? 770, 781, so 1,000 was the final ticket score.
Big lead by Eternal Nemesis.
Yeah, well, they Regime did a much better job here in the second round. If they actually did that leading into the game, leading into this first round, that would have been extremely difficult to come back from, or to defend against as Eternal Nemesis.
Yep.
Would have been a lot closer game. Quentin's bargain. Can you load Empire's Edge?
I have nothing to do with the maps. I believe Walt will have to take care of that. Yeah, it looks like we're all gonna have.
Oh, we're
to
all gonna have to leave.
back
Yeah.
out to change the maps.
Now
Yep.
let's get everybody out, and then all of Ian's gonna just drop out immediately. You want to help this process along? I'm gonna go ahead and do the waiting screen.
Yeah, I'll start kicking. Yeah, I'm going to start kicking.
Oh no, that's all right. Be right back. Trying to get everybody all organized up. I'm gonna go to the waiting screen. Alrighty, getting everybody all back in here. Had to restart the server in order to get everybody all situated. I went into the map times and we're like, wait a minute, shouldn't be doing that.
And I'm back.
And we're back live. If it'll get to ever load.
All right. Yeah, I'll try and watch that a little bit more. Yeah, totally understandable. All right, it looks like we are loading in here. Looks like Eternal Nemesis will be taking Italy, and Regime will be taking the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Am I live right now? Yeah, I have no idea. That's gonna make this enjoyable. Yeah, I'm not positive on either. I know a few guys from both. Looks like King Bubba already spawned in if he starts going.
Looking at the scoreboard here, like everybody's loaded in. Trevor not showing claim. Alrighty, that's interesting. We're gonna start on 3. Everybody's still trying to get to it.
Yeah, no clan tags probably threw everybody off a little bit.
Yeah. Always something, man. Always something. Like everybody's here. Um. One more guy. One too many guys on. The one team.
I'm letting them know that right now. Yeah.
Still trying to get situated here, get all the teams all evened up. Looks like Eternal Nemesis missing 2 guys.
Eternal Nemesis down 2, and RGME seems to have taken care of the too many on the field problem.
Looks like there is a go. Again, making a push despite not having 2 guys. It looks like teams are not one over abundance of people. Follow green arrow here. He does a drops out taxis Bravo, and he's might take it. Regime here. It's gonna be difficult to tell without clan tags.
Yeah. Nice squad bombs from Eternal Nemesis on Delta and Charlie.
Yeah, they're gonna keep Alpha, and they're gonna make a small push to Alpha. Looks like JPP over here making trying to be sneaksies.
It looks like they're flanking from both
On
sides.
EC-130, he gets dropped by crew.
We have taken objective
Fallen
Beta.
pilot Paul. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I got some weird. I'm not actually possessing him. It looks weird. Plus. Kind of weird.
Nice little battle, looks like at Charlie.
Yep. Going over tabletop here. Grab the outside camera, looking on top of Charlie. Regime making a strong push for Charlie. Pretty close game right off the bat. 5-ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. I think they might get Bravo, and Regime's trying to get Charlie. Going back over the tabletop here, it looks like Regime's gonna get a 5-cap here pretty soon. Inseeker, I guess she's the dedicated spawn beacon for Eternal Nemesis, down chilling out by Echo. Difficult to say who I want to follow here. Follow green. Follow green arrow here.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Let's keep it up here in the farewell. Just start taking Bravo for Regime. Regime with a 5-cap. Or bleed nose to, or I thought they have a 5-cap. They should have a 5-cap. Eternal Nemesis barely keeping that lead just by kills alone.
Objective Charlie.
Our objective has been captured by the enemy.
Strong push by Eternal Nemesis on Charlie. Fallen 6 offender. Charlie will go into Eternal Nemesis control. Pretty even match here. A lot. Regime doing a lot better. You can really tell that this is their map that they wanted to pick, and they practiced on it quite a bit.
Yeah, they seem to have gotten that start down a little bit better.
By far. Still following the action here on 6 offender. Gonna follow EJ Min here. Gonna switch views. And it looks like Regime gains the lead, grabs a 5-ticket lead here. Technically 4 minutes into the match.
Looks like Endseeker's little spot on Echo is working out.
Oh yeah. Thing must be terrible today. Yeah, 285. Yeah, her ping is terrible, so she's just gonna be the spawn beacon. Following Ender here. Surprisingly not in an air point, and he gets dropped by King Bubba. Going back over the tabletop here. Looks like Regime doing a lot better job of doing a little bit of map control, making a simultaneous push from for Charlie and Delta. I want to follow somebody. I was following Maddie, but now I'm not anymore.
Regime takes the lead.
Regime now with a 6-ticket lead, which isn't very much at all. It looks like Eternal Nemesis is gonna keep Delta as long as Regime stays off of it. And it looks like Walt Deity following a tank here. And he gets dropped by Pick and Grin. 6 offender. Dude, he's up Brown Creek without a paddle, that's for sure. It looks like he's utilizing that air cover by UC, getting I think a triple kill there on the tank. Ooh, and like 6 offender gets dropped on Charlie. Just in time, long enough to keep the enemies on it, and Fellatio and Karate spawn in on it, but looks like Regime's gonna come in and make a good push on it. Maddie from Delta with the tank doing a good job on tank support. Still close game, even game so far. Here we are 6 minutes into the match.
Eternal Nemesis needs to start getting their back caps.
Yep. Looks like they're doing just that. N-Seeker jumping in on Golf. Or jumping in near Golf. She's gonna get an easy kill on the flat cannon here. Smart, she'll blow it up. Do that. I don't know how many explosive charges it. What?
It's a little fight, maybe breaking out at Alpha.
At Alpha, Roger, going over to back over the tabletop here. Gonna follow Rotten Dog, and looks like just in time for him to get a kill. Looks like lots of guys here on Alpha. I follow a 6 offender. That'd be great.
We have taken objective apples.
Like they grab Alpha, that'll give them an excuse to come out and start hunting for people. Coming back out to the big map view. Looks like how did Seeker get dropped off at Golf? Yes.
Yeah, enemy
Oh,
plane.
you can repair those. I forgot. Let's see. Follow Pilot Paul over here in Delta.
We have lost objective Duff.
205, 199. Regime leads by 7 tickets. Ian needs to be grabbing those revives as well as being a little bit more, need to be a little bit more flexible.
Yeah, they really need to start moving players around the map.
It looks like
worrying about their.
It looks like Regime's gonna
their
grab a
home
6 cap
flags.
here, and that's gonna start bleeding off those tickets like a stuck hog. Fellatio is gonna go for Bravo, but he's not gonna be in a good spot. Got a banana mag on it.
Yeah, they're having trouble at Alpha and Bravo. Eternal Nemesis.
Ooh, and it looks like
Regime
Fellatio.
seems to be all over the map.
Yeah, they're a lot more all over the place. Gonna try to grab an air-to-air kill and gets it. I'm gonna use camera. Fog's starting to set in, so ranged weapons aren't gonna be not as effective as CQB weapons.
Looks like there might be a little battle going on at Delta.
Yeah, looking at Delta right now, looks like it goes into Eternal Nemesis control, and they don't see Levister up on one of those towers, and gave his position away. Everybody was paying attention. Here comes Triple S. Was he in the game last time? Not exactly sure.
He was.
It looks like Eternal Nemesis still missing 1 guy.
I don't know, maybe they're having connection issues.
Not sure. It looks like there's a 50 ticket lead now by Regime. Eternal Nemesis doing a pretty decent job of trying to keep the flags all weighed, but unfortunately they're Regime's bleeding off those tickets pretty well. Where Eternal Nemesis is doing a little bit better job than Regime is getting the kills in and possibly a couple of revives, because those tickets do count against the other team. Going back over to the tabletop view where the fog isn't as bad.
Small 2v2 at Bravo.
I was just looking at that. Let's see. I'm gonna follow JPP here. He gets dropped by Eagle, and looks like Bravo's gonna go right back into Eternal Nemesis control. That's Ronald McDonald on Bravo. It's a nice kill on Rotten Dog.
Crazy girl, all by herself. Eagle coming in. Sherman Lord following up.
Like a bunch of Regime guys spawning in. Still a 50 ticket lead by Regime. Looks like Eternal Nemesis trying to grab Golf. Do a lot better job for him. Looks like a bunch of Regime jump in on Golf. So that's actually going to be if Eternal Nemesis can capitalize on 5 guys spawning in at Golf by making a push towards Charlie, which they are. They're also making a simultaneous push towards Echo as well.
We have taken
Might be a
objective
little
George.
tank battle between Charlie and Delta.
Calling Walt Diggity on Delta. Ooh, nice kill. Walt Diggity died from something. Say what it was.
The assault tank got him.
Oh, was it?
Yep. Dozer boy.
40 ticket lead now. Eternal Nemesis trying to get it, bring it back, and it looks like they lose
We have
Alpha,
lost objective
but gain
apples.
Charlie. Gonna be bleeding off those tickets. A much closer game. Might actually see us go into the 3rd round here, which will be pretty unnerving probably for both teams.
Yeah, it's never fun when you have
Looks
to
like there's a 4 cap.
go into that 3rd
There's a
tiebreaker.
4 cap by Eternal Nemesis. Gonna start gaining those tickets a little bit quicker. They can get more kills in. But it looks like Delta is totally piled on by Regime here.
Both teams now. It's gonna be a nice battle on Delta.
If I was Eternal Nemesis, I'd be calling for air support, something fierce. Looks like Delta, there's a good battle going on, and there comes Ender. And it looks like Eternal Nemesis
is
wiping the
surrounded.
floor with Regime.
They really utilized those flanks. On
Yeah,
that one.
it's Regime looks like they have a good strategy, but they need to work on their gun game. Because Eternal Nemesis just came in there and started going ham sandwich on them. Looks like a 20 ticket lead now by Regime. Gonna get looks like they're gonna go for a 4 cap though. Eternal Nemesis, a majority of them on Delta, need to start moving on another flag. They don't need 5 guys on one flag.
Might be a little push at Charlie coming
Yep,
in.
looking at Charlie right now. Eternal Nemesis putting some fire on Charlie. Somebody's putting, like Walt Diggity, putting some hurting on that heavy tank. Following this push right now is pretty nice.
Eternal Nemesis is really good at utilizing all the flanks coming in from every side.
Yep. Like Eternal Nemesis now come crowd control on Charlie. Gonna put Charlie in their control, and they can still spawn in on the flag though, but they're all gonna spawn on the outside. So Eternal Nemesis now on the defense. Gets the flag neutralized, keeping that flag away from them. Looks like now a 10 ticket or 13 ticket lead by Regime. It's gonna be a real close game. This is all gonna hinge on the 2nd round for sure.
Yeah, this is one of the closer games I've seen so far.
Looks like a big tank battle is going to go out on Charlie. Well, not tank battle, but big defense. Looks like Ronald McDonald trying to grab Delta, but that's going to be pretty futile, and they're going to keep Nemesis is going to keep Delta. Gonna free cam it over here to Bravo. Looks like Karate trying to keep Bravo, and nobody is moving in order to keep the flag. And that's a good discipline by both teams.
Eagle coming towards the back of
Eagle,
Bravo. Tank.
That tank always had that big light on there. I've never noticed it until just now. Well, I noticed it last main.
I believe so. It could have been in part of the update.
And it looks like
really not sure.
Head-to-head right now, it's like 5 ticket difference between the game. Very, very close game. The looking on the big map here, it looks like Regime's going to do a push for Alpha. And looking UC here, he got shot down, but why does he just go over to Gulf and start capping a Gulf flag? Literally tie map. Looks like Eternal Nemesis just started taking the lead. 40 tickets left to go.
Wow, this is...
And it's, yeah.
This is really close.
This first round on this second map is going to be super close. It's all going to hinge on the next map, for sure. Eternal Nemesis, all they can do now is try to keep the biggest gap they can. And it's well within 3 tickets of each other, so it's not going to happen. 25 tickets to go. Like, Regime going to make a push. Let's follow the action here. Follow unpronounceable name. Running in on Charlie. First person viewing.
What is that?
Yeah, you can't pronounce that.
Ooh. Something walking.
Yeah, I can only guess. So it looks like Eternal Nemesis won the first round, but just barely 500 to 485.
That was an incredible comeback.
Yeah, that was. I mean, because they did have a 485, 500. That's a 15 ticket gap that Regime needs to come back from, and that's easily doable. Easily doable.
This is gonna be a crazy round. Definitely seen some good battles tonight. So both teams coming out. Regime is new.
Yeah, Regime's fairly new, and there's a lot of new players playing for Eternal Nemesis, but then I know they're all good players. And we all play. And speaking from Eternal Nemesis, we all play pretty well together. I mean, if we know what we're doing and we know where to go, it's not like Regime's just a no-name team just coming out of nowhere. I mean, they're obviously organized and they know what they're doing, because I know how Eternal Nemesis plays, and it's my personal experience.
The Regime's been doing it right too. The best thing to do if you're a new team joining the community, looking to get involved in the tournament, is to talk to the community. They've shown up to a lot of the community fight nights that we've had, where we take a server and everybody just joins in to have some fun. They've invited us into their server to play around with the settings, and they seem to be fairly active in Discord. And that's probably the best thing any new team can do. And they're doing it right, and I think they're going to definitely be a top competitor soon.
Yeah. I still think the ranked number one team in the tournament right now is GSP. Even.
Oh, definitely. GSP is definitely the team to beat. They have a lot of good players. They're really well organized.
I mean, I hate them, but then I love them at the same time, you know. I hate playing against them, but
If Krieger actually the first time that we played GSP, and we were a different clan back then. Broke off from them, and I spent a lot of time afterwards talking with Krieger, probably a good 2 hours with him, and I think it was Purple Gorilla. And I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to organize my guys as well as I have. So, Krieger, Gorilla, thank you guys.
Yep. I don't think there's anybody in the community that I don't like. There's people in the community that I
Yeah,
prefer.
I've yet to. I actually, it's a really awesome community, man. I couldn't imagine us playing anywhere else at the moment.
Like we're all set to go here for a 3-minute start. Go ahead and announce that on the Discord. Score to beat is 485 for Regime. I think Regime could do it. And they had a 70 ticket lead there for a long time, and then Eternal Nemesis came back and for a 15 ticket lead.
This time, Regime on the Kingdom of Italy and Eternal Nemesis on the Austro-Hungarian Empire. We're going to be spawning in at 50 seconds here.
The Regime sounds like an Italian mafia or whatever.
The Medicis.
I'd like to thank both teams for cooperating during the match starts. No like people just spawning in and rushing for the flag. I've seen people spawn in, but it's probably an accident, or they drop their controller, or I don't know. They got fat fingers.
So far, it's happened in every game I've watched.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really happy it didn't happen tonight. I'm new to this, and that would have been fairly difficult for me getting through it. So.
All right, coming in on the 3-minute
really
start.
Happy.
Boom.
And we're off.
We are off. I'm gonna keep it on tabletop here. Till I find a moment of conflict. Regime doing a good job. They noticed that Ian was using a lot of air vehicles, and they were keeping the AAs repaired.
It looks like they've already
Blue parachuting in on Charlie, like Walt Diggity on Delta, and Mexolinus 90. I'm gonna follow him for Delta. Hear all that rustling. Mexolinus hears it too. Mexolinus going in to a gunfight with just a pistol.
We have taken objective Freddy.
It looks like Delta's gonna go to Eternal Nemesis because they're red. I'm gonna get
big push on Eternal
I'm gonna get
Nemesis.
thrown off this entire time. Looks like a big battle on Bravo. Phoenix, and it looks like Dark Highlander and Green Arrow coming up from Bravo.
A nice little 3v3 on Bravo right now.
Cool. Person. Karate.
Regime with the heavy tank coming in.
Karate misses the guy on the outside. Nice work there by the guy just outside the building. Takes a drop to the floor.
Oh, Karate's staying alive.
Oh yeah, it's all about. Double hill readers. Body's staying alive, and he gets dropped finally by Pick and Grin. A good battle.
Bravo goes to the Regime.
And looks like Eternal Nemesis is trying to grab Foxtrot. Like KGSD. Don't know exactly what he's doing. I'm gonna follow Rotten Dog real quick. Drop on Triple S. It looks like they'll grab Foxtrot.
We have lost objective
Going
Charlie.
to Charlie right now. Big push for Charlie. Big push.
There should be a nice little battle there.
Looks like they're going to make a push for Delta as well. Looking at Torment over there on Delta. Gotta keep a double eye on Delta. Delta might go to Regime as well. Gonna leave Eternal Nemesis and hurting for a little while if they don't bring the flags back. Still pretty close match within 5 tickets. Matt and Millie trying to be brave and take Charlie. He needs to stay back. Now he can get a bead on that tank. Now it's double team on that large tank with I believe that's UC in the plane. All because I know my guys. Looks like JPP gonna make a push for Foxtrot. He was gonna beeline it. Very, very smart. And he gets blown up by UC, and a nice big push by Eternal Nemesis onto Charlie. Eagle 13 bringing his tank in there. 90 to 78, a 12-ticket lead by Regime so far. And a big old plane just lands right on top of Matt and Millie. It's out of nowhere.
That's one way to take them out.
Well, I mean, it was an empty plane. It looks like Regime spawning in on Bravo on the outside of the rocks, close to Charlie, while Eternal Nemesis makes a small push for Delta. It looks like unpronounceable name gets dropped on Delta. Going back over to the free cam here, it looks like he is crawling with Regime right now. And it looks like Rotten Dog, he should make a small push for Gulf. Dozer Boy taking a Jeep outside of not Juliet, Gulf towards Foxtrot. And if he is unopposed, they will grab the flank here.
Looks like there might be a little fight at Charlie and one currently happening at
I'm gonna follow PG here. They're all having a big old tank time here on Bravo. Making a small push for Bravo. Matt and Millie should hang back, probably go into the courtyard and provide cover fire for everybody. Matt and Millie, very, very good.
A lot of people use that.
Yeah, go ahead.
A lot of people use the houses on Bravo and seem to forget about the courtyard.
Like Bravo will go into Eternal Nemesis' control. Maddie just gonna go ham with that tank. And it looks like Charlie is neutralized. Oh, nope. The Eternal Nemesis still has it. Like 148, 20-ticket lead by Regime so far. Trying to set themselves up for success here in the early game, but the ticket count is still a little bit too close. Let's see. Guys spawning in on the rocks over here. I'm guessing there's a guy that's hanging out in these rocks over here between Charlie and Bravo. Keeping Regime maybe basically a mobile spawn point, but it looks like the tank's got him boxed in. But that'll give their guys plenty of time from Alpha to come over and grab Bravo. A small push by Regime onto Charlie. Maddie gonna try to do his best here. If Maddie just drops that comes Hom from Delta.
Maddie moving that tank around.
He throws that tank around. He's not afraid to use it. Like Maddie gets disabled or something. And it looks like Regime's gonna come out of Bravo. 182, 164, still a 20-ticket lead by Regime. Doing a good job of trying to keep that lead. Eternal Nemesis trying to keep the grasp on that, keep that ticket lead from getting too far out. Let's see. It looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to try to grab Charlie to get a 4 cap and even out those tickets a little bit more.
Nice push from Regime on Delta.
Ooh. I'm gonna do a strong push. Charlie here. Tank push by Regime onto Delta, tank and one guy, and an entire team onto Charlie. So it seems to me that Regime commits a lot of their forces to one objective. Not sure if that's a result of them warning.
I think sometimes you just are in the heat of the moment and you make some calls.
Nemesis keeping a 15 ticket lead so far. It looks like Regime's going to make a push over here to Gulf for their flag, for their internal Nemesis home objective, which I was going to put them in a bind here in the early game. Actually, it's mid game now. See, internal Nemesis grabbing Delta. I think the fog should set in here pretty soon. That's where Eternal Nemesis, I think, does a little bit better job as far as DQB gun game. Delta Foxtrot going in. Eternal Nemesis control. Regime tank rolling to Delta. A push by Regime onto Delta, but I think it'll be fruitless. And Walt Diggity getting chased down by flamethrowers.
Going down. Nice battle going down. Looks like JK might be out. Yep.
I think Clark Kent's going to go down on Delta as well. Foxtrot, 4 cap by Regime. Eternal Nemesis trying to keep those tickets close. About a 10 ticket lead so far by Regime. Still very, very close game in the mid game here. Ooh, Green Arrow getting a good kill on Crazy Girl. Comes Glacio. Oh, and he gets dropped by UC. Bomb drop direct on his back. I'm gonna go to the tabletop here a little bit so far. Looks like there's a push for Foxtrot, and looks like Eternal Nemesis is gonna try to grab Golf again. Let's see, Fallen Crazy Girl here of Eternal Nemesis.
We have lost objective Freddy.
I'd be picking, if you're gonna be CQB a lot, I'd definitely pick something other than a bolt action. That's my personal preference. I mean, I love the Model 10 shotgun. That's where I shine.
I think with the damage percentage being up high, a lot of those snipers offer one-shot kills. But I completely agree. CQB, you gotta go shotgun, assault rifle, SMG, something along those lines.
Standard grabbing Bravo for Eternal Nemesis. Fellatio gonna go for an Alpha Rage. Difficult to tell here what Homicidal does. I'm gonna follow Hom a little bit.
We have taken objective George.
Capture the objective! Good work!
Quad spawn in by Regime here. Oh, and Homicidal turning away at the wrong time. Going back over the tabletop. Let's see. Regime trying to grab Golf from Eternal Nemesis, and Eternal Nemesis, Walt Diggity, trying to keep Foxtrot. Or trying to grab Foxtrot, excuse me. Doing a overcam view here. Looks like Mexicus, Linus, and Shepard. Looks like Pallet Paul and PG rolling in. Trying to grab the, help grab Foxtrot. So weird watching people get into vehicles. Pallet Paul over here. Pallet Paul grabbing the guys off Foxtrot Charlie rocks. Gonna make a push for Charlie while he's up there. Looks like Eternal Nemesis grabs, neutralizes Foxtrot, while Golf gets taken by Regime. Still a very, very close game within 5 tickets, I believe. Doing math on the fly here.
Yeah.
Here towards
5-6 tickets.
here towards the mid to late game. If I can use English.
It's all about that syntax.
Yep. Exolinus sniping Eternal Nemesis off the tower there. And Ian making a push for Charlie. Looks like JP is totally bypassing the tanks there. Coming on and gonna make a roll into Foxtrot. It's like Maddie tried to get Jeep stuffed, but that's a no-go. Maddie's totally missing that tank. He's about to get shot in the back here. Never mind. So a 10-ticket lead by Regime here. It's going to be super duper close. Dupa dupa. Charlie gets taken. Looks like Delta still goes in, still within Eternal Nemesis control. Like somebody from Eternal Nemesis grabbing Echo. Good job staying alert and trying to cap those flags for Eternal Nemesis. But they need to be a little bit more vigilant. Both home objectives aren't being capped by Eternal Nemesis, both their own and the other teams.
Yeah, they really need to start making pushes.
Yep, it's
holding flags as well.
They need to. It's starting to get too close to be a 20-ticket game here. The Regime going to start making a bigger, trying to keep that gap wider. Going to look on Echo here. AC-130 and Rainman all by themselves, and they get dropped. It looks like Echo will go into Eternal Nemesis control, but not after Regime using that ticket advantage. They get a 20-ticket lead over Eternal Nemesis. Back here on the tabletop. Though Eternal Nemesis, I think they're doing a good job of gun games, as the ticket count's not as high as I would expect it to be.
Yeah, these are incredibly close matches on this map. I'm really surprised. It rarely tends to go this way.
Looking at the both flags here, looks like Foxtrot can be taken, but Charlie needs to be brawling with Regime. And Eternal Nemesis.
Charlie keeps going back and forth.
Well, it's one of the focal points of the map. So at Charlie Delta, looks like Golf's.
Yeah, it really gives you that middle ground.
Yeah, there's Eternal Nemesis grabbing Alpha, and they are grabbing Golf as well. 25-ticket game so far. Regime doing a good job pushing the objective here. After 15 minutes, we are now in the late game, and it's very difficult. It can go back and forth here. Going to Foxtrot.
Starting to look more and more like we're going to map 3.
Like Regime tried to get a push on Foxtrot going, but they got stopped by Eternal Nemesis. Big battle going on for Delta. And it looks like Regime's going to grab Delta. Now a nearly 30-ticket gain. Yeah, 30-ticket gain by Regime here, and it looks like they might just take it to the next round. Be the first match, or that'll be the first match to go into the third round.
It'll also be the first match to be played. First time we'll be seeing Monte Grappa.
Oh yeah, that's true. Always seems everybody wants to do Amons or another map. The 490.
Amiens and
Let's see.
Argon.
What was the ticket lead? 15. Chrono Nemesis just needs to hold on to those flags a little bit longer. 70. If they can get past 85 before the end of the game, they'll get it.
Doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Yep, and that's it. It'll be 500.
We're going to round 3.
Going to round 3. 500 to 479. Yeah, let me blow that up. Yep. They were only 6 tickets away.
21 to 15.
6 tickets away is what they were at.
I'm going to say that was an upset.
Well, yeah. There was a match in early Battlefield 4, and it was Obey versus GSP, I think it was. And it was down to 1 ticket, and Doug the Thug, I think it was, drove all the way around and capped a flag for GSP, yet win it by 1 ticket.
Yeah, Doug the Thug is a force to be reckoned with sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
If not all the time.
Excellent plays by both teams. I would have to say the biggest criticism for both teams is keeping Eternal Nemesis needs to keep an eye on those flags, and I think Regime needs to get a little bit better with their gun game. Their strategy is overall good. You can tell it's winning them tickets, but with Eternal Nemesis with a better gun game can keep the tickets close just by with sheer killing power.
A lot of times it's easy to see a team focusing on a flag and really wanting to take that flag. As we could see over Charlie, it was going back and forth. A lot of times you got to ignore that and move on to some of the outer flags. Okay. Why is that?
Walt only put the Monte Grappa on there once. Alrighty. Like we're gonna get into let's see. I'm gonna take the first.
It looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to be taking the Austro-Hungarian side.
Okay. Oh, it was the D-pad to do the squad stuff.
Oh, and Rain Man needs to get the boot. He is flying around.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't see him.
You don't see him flying that plane around?
Yeah.
He's the only one spawned in.
Oh yeah. Needs to kill himself. That's all he needs to do.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's
he's
down.
dead. That'll give 1 ticket to Eternal Nemesis. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So Italy will be the Regime, and Austro-Hungarian will be Eternal Nemesis. First time seeing Monte Grappa played. This is going to be a difficult map to play. I don't care who you are. Only because Bravo Delta is going to be super hard to protect. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you really need to split your forces on this map. You almost need a low road and a high road
Yeah.
tactic, or three flags wins it for you. So if you can keep your home flag and the 2 flags past it, it should be good. But
Yeah.
anything can happen.
I'll probably be
Especially with the.
I'll probably be switching around a lot on the ground here, as far as because there's a lot of underground fighting that goes on in this map. So
Yeah, I love battling on Charlie on this one.
Oh yeah. We had it set up one time where we were shooting down into Charlie. No, not Charlie, Bravo. In a tank, and we're shooting down into Bravo, just getting massive amounts of kills. Just like they would just respawn right there, and we just keep plugging away. Let's see. Everybody all switched up. Yeah.
They should.
Yeah, should be going.
Yeah, they should be going at 3.
Oh, 4. We're going up 4.
Okay. Who's got that tank
It's
moving
PG.
in? Is that Austro-Hungarian or
Austro-Hungarian.
should I boot him?
MFQ PG 619. Yep, go ahead and do it.
All right. Let's see. What's his name again?
MFQ dash PG 619. And looks like Eagle 13 as well.
I'm in the admin screen right
Yep.
now, and it keeps bouncing me over MFQ. I can't.
No, Eagle 13.
I can't. Okay, Eagle 13.
Now hold on, wait.
Okay.
Now
Did they all start?
Yeah, everybody's all started now. Eagle backed off the flag. He's like, "Oh shit!" Alrighty. Looking at the tabletop
I
here.
must apologize to Ender.
Yep. We saw. Yep. We had somebody in there. It wasn't communicated to him, so I'm not gonna blame. I'm gonna blame the person that wasn't communicated to. So Bravo Delta immediately go into regime's control. Very good play by regime. There we go. We got it. We're good. Alrighty. Like Echo goes a turn on Nemesis control, and I'm trying to switch over. Fellatio Corey here for Eternal Nemesis. Camera controls in Battlefield 1 are horrendous.
I feel kind of bad because there's a little confusion on the start.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's if we all
server admin.
yeah, if we agree to one thing, like, oh, we're gonna start at 4. Like, yeah, we're boom. He's gone. You know. Yeah. There's no exceptions. It doesn't matter if you're on another team in another clan. That's the way we do it.
I need to be quicker with that.
Ooh. Ronald McDonald did a good kill on Fellatio. Shermlord here. On Delta. Ooh, he gets dropped. Like Alpha and Echo are gonna go in.
Losing objective Duff.
Are gonna go into Eternal Nemesis control. 30 ticket lead by Regime here. Oh my goodness. What the heck is he using? Oh, the cannon. Colin Pick and Grin here. He's on the post gun. And gets a team kill on whose head. Doesn't realize which team he's on. That sucks. Or no, that was SS, I'm sorry. I was falling. Pick and Grin doing a
little push from EN on Charlie.
Go over the tabletop here. Like Charlie's gonna go Eternal Nemesis control. I'll follow Green Arrow here. Huh. Interesting tactic used by that tank. Use fight. Let's see, a 30 ticket lead by Regime now. Eternal Nemesis now, with the majority of the flag capture is going to start bleeding off, gaining those tickets a little bit faster. Always a little bit confused. Green Arrow, nice kill on Torment. Gonna go back over the tabletop here. Big fight for Bravo. I'm gonna follow Rotten Dog. I can free cam this.
Objective Duff.
Objectives are lost! The enemy's
Door's blown out.
overrun us!
I think Bravo's going to go to Eternal Nemesis control, keeping that 3 cap. That's weeding those tickets off pretty quickly. Still a 20 ticket lead. I think Regime going to start defending Delta, excuse me. Why do I see his tank? Why do I see that tank highlighted? Ooh, crew. Eats a flagpole, looks like. Looks like Echo is going to go into Regime's control. 15 ticket lead by Regime.
Eternal Nemesis looking to close that gap.
Yeah, they're looking to. Using their... I think they're a little bit better at their gun game than Regime. So they can go into an area and start taking it over. Oh,
I
boom!
think they can pull
Well,
this
Maddie
off.
taking out JK. And takes out the Green Arrow as well. Looks like they're going to grab Delta, keeping that majority flag cap. Alpha is getting neutralized as well. Somebody gets caught on fire. Where did that fire come from? Delta for Eternal Nemesis. Go down to Bravo. Looks like Bravo's getting pushed really, real hard from Regime. Friday goes down like a sack of bricks. And it looks like there is nobody from Eternal Nemesis to oppose Beam on Bravo, except for Shermlord underground.
And it looks like they have 2.
Ooh, nice double kill by Ender by the plane there, but it's going to be a little bit too late. Looks like Bravo's still in control by Eternal Nemesis. Now a 10 ticket lead by Regime. Eternal Nemesis bleeding off those tickets pretty quickly. Let's see, let's go over the tabletop here. See what's going on Echo. What I thought. Looks like Eternal Nemesis trying to grab Echo. Like King Bubba and Switch Hitter is going to make a run for Charlie.
We have lost objective Edward.
And it looks like Regime has 1 extra guy on the field.
Do they? Yeah.
Yep,
Go ahead and drop somebody. Doesn't.
All right.
Could be Giggle Gabe. He hasn't gotten any kills or points.
All right. Giggle Gabe will be gone.
Like, Eternal Nemesis is going to grab a 4 cap. That's going to make it real difficult for Regime here. And is Bravo neutralized? No, okay, no. Eternal Nemesis is going to start gaining tickets like a madman. I'm going to really increase that ticket gap. Already now up to 20 tickets. Looks like Delta's getting neutralized.
Looks like Regime has quite a few people around Delta.
Yep. But Eternal Nemesis is really capitalizing on this opportunity. If I was, yep, and then there's a nice double kill by EJ-Min. Here comes Pain from Eternal Nemesis. And it looks like Regime gonna make a push for Bravo. I think they're gonna go underneath. And it looks like they're gonna grab Bravo. Sure. Yeah, there's nobody from Eternal Nemesis on Bravo. And it looks like the Eternal Nemesis is capitalizing on those 4 tickets, gaining a 45 ticket lead. Glacio getting dropped on the inside of Bravo there. 45 ticket lead so far. Someone on the outside looking at Charlie. Big parade of guys on Charlie for sure. Calling the Phoenix here. And it looks like Regime's gonna grab a 4 cap if they can do it. Eternal Nemesis staying on top of the flag caps. They're gonna go for Alpha and Bravo at the simultaneously, probably neutralizing both flags at the same time.
I'll fix those wounds.
We have lost objective butter.
You want those wounds patched?
Good job by Eternal Nemesis, keeping those flags at bay from... it looks like they... Regime's going to keep a 3 cap. Going to keep that ticket gap a little bit closer. 45 ticket gap still by Eternal Nemesis. Good job. But my guys...
Ian really needs to work on getting another flag back
Yeah,
here.
it looks like they're going to make a push for Charlie, as well as send a small force over to defend Delta. I'll follow Homicidal here on Delta. And it looks like Homicidal getting a kill, neutralizing the flag capture just in time for their more guys to come in and keep the flag in their control. They didn't leave anybody on Bravo to protect it, so it looks like Ronald McDonald and his squad is going to take Bravo, whereas Crew's going to take Echo all by themselves, if he can do it. And it looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to grab Charlie as well.
We have lost objective butter.
Looks like Eternal Nemesis is sending some more guys over to
All right,
Bravo.
60 ticket lead. This is where Eternal Nemesis is doing a little bit better job. See how the kills really separate the tickets out? Because, one...
Yeah, and I never knew it did that.
Yeah. And it looks like Walt Diggity gets capped from across the hall there. Nobody communicated to him that they were getting captured. Colin Clark here. Man, that's real weird. I can see X-ray stuff. Nice kill by Big Egypt. No, Crew. Sorry. And that was real weird. I could see the X-ray through the ground. And it looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to try to grab a 4 cap. Going to extend those tickets out even more. Approaching, trying to grab a 100 ticket lead here.
If they get a 100 ticket lead, it's going to be really tough for Regime to come back.
Regime doing a push, a tank push on Charlie. It's not going to do very much because Charlie is infantry intensive for sure. And if somebody could just go down there with a limpet, that's what they need.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get a tank into Charlie. It's very
And
linear.
both tanks are down on Charlie, and they will keep control of Charlie, keeping that 4 cap, gaining an 80 ticket lead, setting themselves up for success here in the mid game. Now going into the late game. Let's see. Going back over the tabletop, looks like there's a small scuffle on Echo between King Dubs. And he gets a drop on Crew with a squad spawn. Now a 100 ticket lead. See how quickly that escalates once you grab that extra flag. It looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to walk away from the first round of Monte Grappa. And we'll have to come back to you on this one because it looks like the server admin only put 1 map of Monte Grappa instead of 2 maps.
So everybody's going to have to back out and reset.
Like Eternal Nemesis over here grabbing Alpha, going for a 5 cap. Smart job by Eternal Nemesis, keeping the watching Ender right now.
And the flag's moving.
Trying to shoot to the
We are winning.
to
It looks like there might be a
yeah, there's
nice little battle over at Alpha.
looking at Alpha right now, in Seeker and Ender on the flag. Ender gets dropped. Oh. 6 Offender and Torment jumping off the flag there, jumping onto the flag. It looks like they get dropped. Alpha goes back into control by Regime. Eternal Nemesis with a 140 ticket lead. Doing a great job keeping that ticket gap up. Mexalinus goes down immediately as soon as I try to jump in on him. I'm going to follow Shepard 2440 or 2420. He goes down as well. Gonna follow Offensive Brat, who's underneath Bravo. It looks like they keep Bravo in control. 140 ticket lead still by Eternal Nemesis. That's gonna be a hard score to beat for sure. Eternal Nemesis approaching 150 tickets. 150 ticket lead. That's it. It'll be 500 to 356. My game glitched out to where I'm underneath the map. Or 350, 500. That's going to be a really tough score to beat. Eternal Nemesis really setting themselves up for success on this one for sure.
And 44 ticket lead.
And we'll begin the match shortly. I'm going to jump out of the server real quick.
Me as well. I'm quitting right now. Oh, I can do that as well. It's all going to come down to this last map. I will be right back. Am I still live? I am not. Oh, thank you for handling that. I just got back.
Just be patient with us, guys. We're trying to get things worked out server side. Server's being very dicey. Alright, getting loaded in, guys. Second, let's the then.
Yeah, it'll happen. Alright. Sorry everybody for the wait. We've been having server troubles.
Yeah, trying to get it all resolved. Alright.
EN with a 144 ticket lead over the regime. Hold your horses there, Pete Dog.
Happy dog. Oh, look. We got clan tags now.
No way.
Alrighty. Still trying to get everybody in. Half of each team. Still waiting to get.
Yeah. About 15 players from each team loaded in.
Nice.
Maybe we'll be watching a 15 versus 15. Nope.
Hopefully it'll be 2020.
Yeah,
Gonna be trying them to set themselves up for success in the last game with that 144 ticket lead.
they didn't let that rocky start bother him at all.
Nope.
Alright. King Bubba. Sorry, bud.
No, as long as he doesn't move, he's be okay.
Alright.
Not like he's in a plane flying around, so. Or capping flags. 5-minute request. Do 5
Okay.
minutes.
All right. Yeah, we'll do 5 minutes.
Let's see. Disregard. We got enough to start. Beats.
Yep.
It's a 3 minutes. We got the guys are in now. They're all set.
Ender is confirmed, or just confirmed 5 minutes. He requested it. And just wait till 5-minute mark.
Got a minute to disseminate that information. Not gonna go very quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I mean,
Regime also wants
Yeah,
5 minutes.
they're probably gonna go over what they're gonna need to do and stuff.
Sure.
Like regime with one too many guys, or two too many guys. I'll go ahead and make a call for that.
Yes.
Music.
All right.
Yep. Gonna kick on your boots. Giggle Gabe.
Yes, sir.
Giggle Gabe.
Giggle Gabe. All right. Giggle Gabe is gone. Who else?
All right, hold on. Wait. Stop.
All right.
Yeah, looks like we're a go. Go. I guess frick. Even though they both asked for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they both asked for 5 minutes and spawned in at 3.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, big battle going for Delta. Jeez. I'm gonna follow unpronounceable name on Delta. Like Delta's gonna go to Eternal Nemesis control, or Regime's control, excuse me. Hell, like Ender takes out Ham like a boss, and then Ender gets taken out by a tank. And Seeker gets dropped outside of Delta. Fallen pilot Paul in the coastal gun gets shot out of the coastal gun as well. Let me go back over the tabletop here. In his blue, it looks like Ian holds a majority of the flag caps. Got a 10 cap going.
Little battle possibly going on at Delta.
Yep, pretty good battle going on for Delta. Do a player view of offensive Brat. Regime's gonna grab Delta, or gonna try to anyways. It looks like gonna do a back rage for Alpha as well. Inseeker drops offensive Brat, moving on to JPP.
We have taken objective Duff.
Hold on to it.
Both teams looking to pick up some flags after that rocky start.
That was an
Damage.
interesting,
I'll fix them up. Your wounds, I can fix them.
interesting strategy by crew there. Looks like Alpha's gonna go into Regime's control. Gonna start getting a better ticket lead. About a 25 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Masao getting a good kill.
We have
I'm
taken
gonna go to the tabletop here.
apples.
Looks like Regime's gonna smite off of Alpha, gonna make a push for Bravo. We'll follow Mr. AC-130 from Regime. Well, why Regime didn't take that chance to shoot that guy? Oh, bad grenade by AC-130. And Karate gets a kill on AC-130. Moving over to Crew. Trying to get a kill on the guy on Delta. And he gets dropped by Phoenix from the left. Fallen Pilot Paulo, who's also on Delta. Looks like Eternal Nemesis is going to grab a 3 cap. Neither one of those is the home objective, surprisingly enough. Still a 25 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. And looks like they're trying to set themselves up for success here in the early game.
Enemy bomber, watch it.
Eternal Nemesis can set themselves up for success here in the early game. That's going to make the late game much easier for them, as Regime's going to be playing catch up the entire time. Because remember,
We have taken objective Duff.
Regime needs 147 tickets just to tie the game, if not overall to keep the game to win.
Yeah.
We have taken objective apples.
It's definitely hard coming back from
30
that.
ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis so far.
I'll fix those wounds.
Both teams have been doing really well, so
Ooh, it looks like Eternal Nemesis gets wiped off of Echo by Regime. Going back over here to the tabletop. Recap by Eternal Nemesis, still going to keep those tickets bleeding from Regime. Going to follow Clark Kent from Regime, making a push for Delta, and he's getting pinned down by machine gun fire. Getting an easy kill on Glacio. 40 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Making a strong push for Delta. Somehow Clark Kent just team killed somebody. Gonna follow Matamilli in a tank. Making a push for Bravo.
hammering down those rockets.
Following the action here. 40 ticket lead still by Eternal Nemesis.
Return to the combat area.
Looks like Regime's got a 3 cap now. Gonna start bleeding those tickets off. Get a little bit closer. But if Eternal Nemesis keeps their gun game up, it's gonna keep that ticket gap real close for Eternal Nemesis, making it easier for them to defend against later in the late game.
Still a nice little battle going on at Bravo.
Follow Walt Diggity here. He gets dropped. I'll follow Big EJ Man on Charlie right now. Nobody's defending against. Gonna go through Reaper on Bravo right now. It's a flag neutralized, so that'll freeze the tickets being gained as normally, but each kill gives them another ticket. So it's just like they're taking the other team's tickets. So now a 50 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Walt Diggity with a revive. And juking somebody, gets a juke kill on Mixilinus. Oh, and Walt Diggity didn't see that guy jump right in front of him and gets dropped. Coming back over the tabletop here, let's see. Eternal Nemesis still owns Bravo. There's a big push by Regime for Bravo. Don't follow Crotty. Good job defending. Big defense for Bravo.
A lot of action happening under the,
Here comes Rotten Dog. And Ronald Banal gets a grenade kill on Karate. Following Sherm Ward, who's underneath. Let's go follow Regime Pick and Grin. Get a nice kill on somebody. Torment underneath Charlie. And it looks like Charlie's going to go into Regime's control. 60 ticket lead by Eternal Nemesis. Coming into the mid game here. Eternal Nemesis setting themselves up for the late game. It looks like Echo is getting neutralized at the moment. Gonna do a tabletop view here. Now it looks like it's gonna go back into Regime's control here. We'll follow Triple S here in a tank.
looks like Regime's making a little push towards Alpha.
They're gonna make a push with the little tank on Charlie.
We have lost objective Charlie.
It looks like Eternal Nemesis trying to grab Charlie for a 4 cap. Alpha's getting neutralized by Regime there. So Eternal Nemesis will maintain a 3 cap over Regime, now with a 75 ticket lead over Regime. And it looks like Triple S here is going to fruitlessly try to defend or grab Charlie. Going over the tabletop here, it looks like Inseeker is going to try to solo cap Echo, while unpronounceable name is going to go for Delta. Speaking of Delta, right here. APP making a push for Delta. Crazy Girl in the corner. Doesn't notice Crazy Girl in the corner and he gets cut down. Hom and Crazy Girl camping that corner pretty hard, defending Delta. Doing a good job closing up on a 100 ticket lead over Regime. Regime gonna having a hard time keeping up with Eternal Nemesis. Eternal Nemesis now all over the place. Like you got a group of guys trying to cap Alpha, as well as a small group had to defend against on Echo.
It seems like that rough start really threw him off a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. We'll follow Green Arrow here, making gonna try to defend against Alpha here. Oh, nice play by Green Arrow, and he gets dropped by Pilot Paul. Like Pilot Paul is gonna come in for the revive on Crew, and it's gonna keep Alpha. Eternal Nemesis looking for a 4 cap, really trying to get this second round in the bag for him.
I think it might be there. 368 to 259, 260.
Yeah. And looks like Eternal Nemesis has already got this one won. Yeah, because Regime needed to have beaten 140 tickets or 144 tickets.
Yeah.
Art Kentson in that corner. Gets taken out. But no, got revived by Pilot Paul here. Following Pilot Paul doing an excellent job of getting the revives in. Approaching a 120 ticket gain by Eternal Nemesis, and looks like Eternal Nemesis will go on to the we'll move on, and Regime will go to the 1 loss bracket. Very exciting game, as the first map clearly Eternal Nemesis was the winners, and the second map, Regime barely pulling it off by 6 tickets. And then in the third map, Eternal Nemesis, really gaining a wherewithal of, hey, we need to be capping flags like madmen. Like, we see a bunch of guys in one spot, we need to go look for another flag. 120 ticket.
Doing a lot better at holding flags too.
Oh yeah, much better. And it's real difficult to grab the Bravo Delta flags as well. I mean, the real specific area in which they need to be taking. Gonna follow offensive brat, getting a kill on Strati. We got bodies rolling down the hill.
Some really good matches tonight.
Oh yeah. Now both teams trying to stay flexible, but it seems that the gun game kind of won out for Eternal Nemesis, as far as, you know, Eternal Nemesis can come into a place and really clean house. I mean, that's what it really boiled down to. And
I think
Regime doing an excellent job of trying to cap flags, but then they kind of, here in the late of the match, they kind of got a little bit narrow focused, and we're going only for 2 flags. Now, only a handful of people, like 2 or 3 guys, reaching for a flag when they see the opportunity.
They seem to spread out really well on Empires, but as you can see here, they haven't been spreading out as well.
I mean, like we were saying earlier,
Monte Grappa.
I mean, Ian really came up and was really looking to win this match and win this map particularly. I mean, obviously the Eternal Nemesis was pretty confident in Empire's Edge, but didn't get the win that they were looking for. It was a lot closer than they were, and I would argue, than they expected.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Regime really pulled it through on that map. I could tell that they were focused, knew what they wanted to do.
Looks like
Moved around really well.
it just seems like in the last map they kind of lost it a little bit.
We have lost objective Edward.
I thought there were some really good games tonight. I know Regime's newer to the community, newer in the league. I'm not sure how long they've been a clan, but they've definitely shown some promise here tonight.
Yeah, they're a force to be reckoned with for sure. I mean,
I'd be frightened down in that losers bracket. That's for sure.
yeah, I think they'll do well in the 1-loss bracket for sure. I mean, if they can stand toe to toe with a team that's been around since the beginning. And that'll be it. It'll be 500 tickets for Eternal Nemesis and 391 for Regime. Yeah, and that'll be officially Eternal Nemesis. Will move on, and Regime will go to the 1-loss bracket. And just a great game overall. I mean, first match that we've seen go to the 3rd round, and it's also the first match in which we've seen Monte Grappa.
Yeah, some really exciting stuff tonight. Thanks for having me, by the way.
Again?
It's a lot of fun doing this.
392 or something?
Yes, something along those lines. I actually 500 to 391.
391.
Yeah.
And that'll be official. It was good having you on there, Dietz. And
Yeah, good announcing with you, Fox.
all right, and I'm gonna end it there. I'm Fox Deuce with Tier 1 Gaming Live, Eternal Nemesis Clan, and with me is Dietz. And we'll
have a good night, everybody.
We'll see you on the next one.
Just coming up with stuff to say. I don't know how you do it. Obviously, you've done it quite a bit. Yeah, that always helps.